Hello, lovely ascending ones. Oh, it's quite a time. What is the narrative at the moment? What are we talking about? Are we able to comfortably and safely talk about our traumas with no judgment and no people going, oh, it's too negative, too negative, too negative? We all are going through traumas. I believe that as human beings, we're all going through PTSD right now. We're all dealing with such different levels of trauma, some subtle, some blatant in the face. And there's no comparison. You know, somebody with maybe a very an idyllic childhood may have experienced something really that we consider really small, but it traumatized them as much as somebody who's blatantly being traumatized and brutalized. And there's no comparison because each individual person deals with those shedding of the traumas in very different ways. We have so many different levels of sensitivity within us. Some of us are really sensitive to certain things, and some are like, well, how can you be that sensitive to that? It's fine, you know. Some have this imprint of this fear that has just been embedded since we were so tiny. And it's like the elephant in the room. Why are we not talking about the fact that our childhood traumas collectively is creating the planet that we see right now? That's a bit freaking nuts. It's like it is this reflection of us. And look what this collective large baby has grown into. It's a bit worrying, isn't it? So when are we going to start talking about the cause of all this? The traumas within us all, the heartbreak, the grief, the unworthiness that we live with day to day and just asked to deal with. Just keep it together. As long as you keep it together, don't lose it. When we were traumatized, we lost it. And we've done our best to gather all those soul fragments that we've lost along the way. Sorry, there's a helicopter checking in on me. So yeah, this trauma that comes up in us. We need to start to express what we're feeling in these now moments and how it correlates to when we were tiny, with the infant trauma that all of us go through. So let us start having the courage to speak about it, but also having the courage, most of all, to hold another space when they feel comfortable and safe enough to talk to you about certain things. I think this is the biggest thing, that many people don't feel held. They don't feel heard. This is the feminine rising. We are needing to be heard. We want to express the pain of being suppressed for eons in men and women, the feminine within us all. And I find, especially in the spiritual community, it's very spiritually bypassy when it comes to talking about trauma. When this is the key factor of really healing the shadows of our planet. Because once we can actually look at those inner shadows, then the outer shadows you're not going to be as shocked at. Because the reason why it's still dumbing down, we're not ready. We're not ready to see the deepest, darkest collective shadows that are poking their heads out right now, ready for this unveiling. But let us look at the shadow within, the deep, deep trauma, that little child who is scared and just wants to be loved. Let us bring our attention to that and nurture that, and know that in doing that, we're nurturing our Mother Gaia at exactly the same time. Because that part of you is part of her. That inner child part that is traumatized, that's been brutalized and raped and silenced and ignored and not heard. So codes today. Bring courage to be able to express our traumas. Siawade kia mamubutu, siale di kiata sa. Tibabu kula dilinimana, atala di ki, siatala di butulana, kiatali ibushu, elile atalana, kiawata mama makushutu, tibabale nima, talana. Kietelele, watu tumushu, sa sataki, taladimane nikulu, ataliki mushu tulanana. Chele yata. What have we got, Wolambe? Lele mutu, yeah, dalele mutu, yeah, lele, yeah, kimulu, yeah. Everybody dale kimulu, adilile ti madala nelo, kati papa ti lele kilele. Everybody dale ni malane, si mama ke ti di bote tula kula do. Kadili mandili nale dilo, kapapa di tele kiti tile kile, anadili bole di lana maleye, kimamutu tule di lala, kipapale di mali neli lana, kipapa tele kile lele, kipapa tala dili mele, kimama tuku tale kiti tele ya, tale madiga di tele ya, tipa boko tule di la dile, timamulo kule di la dile, timba bati teki titi le di lo, kane mali dali lele la di lo, kata tale di mali dili lele, kiti papa le di mali di dele. Pali deli mana kiti pula lulu, tadi di lele kiane ni lolo, tata tali kiti di butolo lata, hali di bola di gade di mala. Tadi babala di lulu, tadi kiti lele lele malido, ani nale ni kiate di lele, yata tadi tula di lele, kati bata tali kini mama no wade di lele, kiti ni malalo, ata tali kita la di da, hadi badi kiti di butu la di da. Haux Haux. In your faces, whether you have a mask on or a mask off, metaphorically speaking, of course. And what do I say? After this video, what are you doing? Don't forget, no forgetting. Most important moment of your day is when you put your mind in your body. And bring your mind to the heart. And you're thanking every part of your body, every cell who do so much for you. Your blood. Did you tell your blood to run around your body? Do you think you could do that? No. Special computer intelligence. Make magic happen in your body. Best computer. So, way to learn? Put head in heart and thanking every day. And make a smile every cell. Okay, I love you.